They say the East has its all, the sea, the parks, and the breeze. But few realize it's evolved into something even more extraordinary. Pasir Ris isn't just another coastal town, it's where serenity meets transformation. With the new URA master plan, this is where lifestyle, nature, and future living blend seamlessly for families who crave space and dream of a home that goes with them. Pasir Ris EC is where it all begins.
And I've been waiting in the shadow of the sun, seizing time and know what's been before. Close the curtains, what you waiting for? And I've been keeping secrets till I'm in the ground.
Hi everyone, welcome to Laven Loo episode. Today I will be sharing with you this upcoming EC at the Pasir Ris, and this shall be the first EC in the Pasir Ris for the past 16 years. The first key highlight that you will learn is the upcoming EC and land cost. With that, you will get to calculate the estimated launch price and what are the possible facts about the East and the new URA transformation in Pasir Ris. And with the EC details, how much is the estimated launch price, and resale versus resale ECs by bedroom type, and the locality, and last, estimated launch timeline. So let's look at this EC GIS land rates. Our current Pasir Ris right now is bid at 729. In fact, if you look at the past 10 years, what can you see from there? Did you see the land bid price is actually increasing? So, is it important to actually look into this EC now if you are looking at EC in the East? So when we see the upcoming land cost, right, you will notice that the average prices that they're selling is actually getting higher. So the latest one will be actually the Auto Place, which the average is selling at 1,757 and it's 4 minutes walk to MRT. So the next potential that we are going to launch is the Jalan Loyang Besar, and it's actually bid at 729. But how is the distance to MRT? It will take about 17 minutes. So let's explore the upcoming EC right now. There are 5 important EC plots that have already been confirmed. The first one is Auto Place, which has already been launched. Moving forward to Jalan Loyang Besar, our PSF is around 729. And Tampines Street 95, which is quite closer to MRT, land bid price is about 768. Next will be Senja Close and Woodland Drive. These 2 plots are bidded by the same developer. So the first one will be the Tampines Street 95. This is the second EC in the East that will be launched next year. The second one will be the Senja Close. That is the first EC in Bukit Panjang since 2011, and the CDL is our developer. So the next plot at Woodland Drive 17, the EC, is bidded by CDL. Okay, let's explore the last EC that I will be talking about in this full video, which is the Jalan Loyang Besar. This is the first largest EC in Pasir Ris for the past 13 years, and Xinjiang is the one that actually bidded this plan, and the cost is about 729. With this plot of land, it actually takes about 305,000 plus square feet. So to those who are actually seeing this video, I believe you all are quite keen on how much the developer is selling, right? So I will be sharing with you how to actually calculate the selling price. So looking at this formula, you can actually feel free screenshot and then calculate whichever land bid price was announced. So here is the estimated launch price taken by all these points. So later I will share with you how much does it cost. Do continue watch this video. I'm very grateful to be invited to actually have a meetup session with our Ministry of the National Development. In fact, he actually arranged this kind of arrangements to help us to understand more about this area. So Miss Sun Sui was actually in charge of Condo, and what I actually have a discussion with all my colleagues, especially who are top HDB transactor producers in this Condo and Sengkang. I was very surprised that they actually have faced this kind of similar issue, which is the scarcity of larger HDB flat, and this actually lead to the higher concentration of larger units in the private resale market. So what I want to highlight is that Ministry really actually noted that Pasir Ris as a town has a relatively low supply of public homes. So this is something that maybe the government is planning to take some actions to mitigate this measure to help to improve the supply of public home for the upcoming demand. Once I noticed that Pasir Ris has a total population of about 148,000. This actually shows that it has really a lowest density in the East zone. So is there really high volume transacted in the East? As of today, right, especially in quarter 2 2025, I noticed that all these estates in the East zone actually achieved the top 20 rank for the volume, and the moderate medium prices is around 660,000 to 680,000. So this slide actually compare with the East and the West. The East actually represents the district 16, 17, 18. So because I'm talking about Jalan Loyang Besar mainly from a Pasir Ris side. So along this area, what I want to share with you is that we have 9 projects starting from 2003 TOP and have already transacted around 238 volume. As compared to the west side, which is District 22, 23, 24, most likely Tengah, Bukit Batok, or even Choa Chu Kang side, we have 9 projects transacted around 310 transactions. So what does this actually imply? So these estates, especially Sengkang and Punggol, they are young family estates. They may be looking to actually expand to family space. And because of the 3 to 4 room or even 5 room, they actually form a very small share of resale stock. So the prices for alternative are actually quite too high. For those who want to upgrade to 500 to 800,000 SCAP, that actually shows the bigger, larger HDB or EC could be the only visible at upgrade roads. And last but not least is the new EC supply in the northeast, like Tengah, Tampines North, or even Pasir Ris has not reached MOP stage, and that actually reduce their upgrading choices. So what I want to justify is that maybe the EC in Pasir Ris could be very popular, looking at the fact that it has a lowest density and a lower population, and also the lowest supply of public homes as well as resale. So here are the 5 new transformations over here. We actually have 5 plots. So let's look at one. Is that the Pasir Ris EC is over here. The Pasir Ris MRT will take about 15 minutes walk away, and moving forward to Elias MRT. So the first one will be the 3 upcoming plots, URA transformations, and that is near Pasir Ris MRT. The first one will be the former Pasir Ris MRT. Second will be the new neighborhood, as well as the housing plot. So followed by 2 housing plots, which is located near Elias MRT. So for information, EC is over here. So it is actually have a distance away, but actually this also represents a very unique point because the Pasir Ris is facing lower density now. That's why government is going to implement more housing over here. So you can see that the hectare is actually quite big. So for the first one, the 2.9 hectare, it comes with residential plus first floor commercial. That actually represents a possibly mixed development just next to Pasir Ris MRT. For those who are staying at Pasir Ris, I think you will have facing a so-called profitability. Second point I want to highlight is that actually can build up to 60 meter. In the past, it's actually 45 meter. Now it can accommodate about 580 to 650 condominium units and about 18,000 to 23,000 of retail space. Second one will be the 18 hectare. It is currently now forested, and what I want to highlight is that this kind of hectare can fit about 4,400 condominiums or 3,000 flats. It shall be commercial as well, and community facility, as well as a linear park. So it's a mixture of like a work-life balance in this particular plot near the sea. So we have this 2.3 hectare housing plots just next to the new neighborhood, and it will fit about 350 condominiums units, and you will get to see some sea view maybe. And the plot ratio is about 1.4, and it could be not a HDB. So that actually means that it could be zoned as a private residential. So number 4, look at this views of it. This is the particular issue to view 8 residents because this is the area that I am actually renting now. This hectare is the very major big constructions because it will be building this upcoming Elias MRT. So with this MRT, it will comes with some 3,700 private homes, and the plot ratio is about 2.1. So the plot ratio of 2.1 actually means that you can build up to 24 stories in the particular plot. The last number 5 will be the housing plot just next to the Elias station. That is about 3.8 hectare housing plot, and similarly the place will actually can fit about 900 private homes or 650 flats with plot ratio of 2.1, which can be built up to 24 stories. So these are the 5 URA plots that they announced in Pasir Ris. So as much as we want to know more about this MRT assistance, we also need to know when is this will completed. So I actually come out with this research, and I want to share with you that all these, especially for some partial MRT, belongs to phase 1. It will be built by 2030, and the next one will be by 2032. So from the right side, what you see is the Pasir Ris MRT and Elias is just 1 stop away, and they shall be finished by 2032. For those who are staying at the Pasir Ris and they want to go to Ang Mo Kio, you look at the current MRT line, it will take you about 45 minutes. But once this is built by 2032, you will see that this shall only take you about 6 minutes stop. Super powerful. So the question is whether is it worth to pay for this amount, the money for that kind of upcoming MRT. I feel that it's worth it because it's not just about you staying, but also your family members are staying, especially kids. So a quick one about Pasir Ris East. If you look at this URA, what I really appreciate is that this Pasir Ris East have actually surrounded by almost 50% of the sea in this picture, and we have some 5% nature estimated, and we have also have a HDB upgraders over here plus business area beside you. So this project is developed by Jian, which has already done our recent projects like Artura. And we also can get to enjoy this rare sea view. The next one will be the PSI PPR, which is about 729. And it shall be the first EC in the Pasir Ris for the past 13 years. And last but not least is a low density. Here is the land bid price estimated, which everyone is looking forward to, right? So for your information, disclaimer, this is just estimated. I don't know what the developer is going to launch at, but what I can see based on the land bid price, construction, marketing costs, etc., developer ABSD no limit, and the profit I will mark up to 20%. So estimated launching price could be around 1,457. Let's look at these 6 current EC nearby in the Pasir Ris. So for those who are staying here, right, you will understand that all these projects, especially the EC, are very old because they are already 20 years plus. The only reason that I want to point out is the Besar as well as Sea Horizon, which is just next to the Pasir Ris EC. Wow, so look at this example of the Sea Horizon views. Imagine you're staying over here, you get to see this beautiful sea view. Okay, let's explore the Resale versus Resale EC for 3 bedrooms less than 10 years old. What we notice is that Pasir Ris has the lowest average price of 1.5 million. Now the question is, for this resale price EC at the average of 1.5 million, what do you think the brand new EC at Pasir Ris will be selling? For the private resale, we notice that most of the estimated price that 3 bedrooms are selling is around 1.7 million. Only Condo has an average of about 2.3, which is actually quite higher than the normal new launch EC price. The second thing I want to highlight is the average price for the resale ECs. What you notice that as I am going for the 4 bedrooms or even 5 bedrooms, the numbers of available units for sale is getting lesser. So out of all these 4 estates, we only have less than about 30 resale EC available for sale. So when we talk about 4 bedrooms, I think it's very important to understand more about the supply and demand. So what I noticed at this particular area, such as Pasir Ris, of course, that's what I'm going to talk about, and another one will be the green one, which is Tampines. So in the past, for the last 10 years, the price gap between the Tampines and Pasir Ris is about 6.44%. And right now, as today, right, the percentage has really grown almost double or even triple. You can see that the gap in between is about 43%. This is really amazing, and it shows that the gap is getting wider and wider. So the question is, if you are today, right, you are looking to find something at the east, you want to buy something that is within your comfortable range, will you consider Pasir Ris or not? That's why the government is looking to explore more housing opportunity to supply more commercial area as well, because they want to bring in more people decentralized to Pasir Ris. So right now, the PSI for this price gap is almost 50%. That is why I feel that Pasir Ris has this potential, because you are actually entering at a very safe entry price right now. So as much as you are looking to buy for a bigger size unit, I always advise my client to buy as big as possible. Not only it has an appreciation, I would say it's very getting more harder to find something that is bigger size in the resale market. You look at this resale EC and a private resale, they are like legit less than 20 to 30 units left. So for those who are looking for bigger size, other than going for landed, I think the condo is the only one chance that you can consider at a lower quantum. For private resale and resale EC, most of the prices are actually around 2.7 million to 3.1 million. The interesting part about the brand new EC in the market right now, normally 5 bedrooms at most is about 2.3 to 2.4. Are you okay to pay at least about 400,000 premium value for a property that you can move in directly? But of course, you need to at least spend some money to do renovation, and you're actually getting something that is 10 years old plus. So imagine if you're buying a 10 years old and you need to wait 4 years seller's stamp duty, that actually talks about 14 years old. Which one has more potential gain? Which one is your priority? So on top of that, I actually went to research on all these ECs in terms of the land size. I'm very surprised is that Pasir Ris EC owns the largest land size in the whole Pasir Ris so far, if I'm not wrong. Do correct me if you find any project that is bigger than 300,000 square feet in Pasir Ris. So the question is land size very important? But I actually went to research on the nearby or recent resale EC. I actually plugged up District 27, 28 and 2 from District 18, because since we are actually talking about District 18, and also plug up those similar filters such as more than 15 minutes walk to MRT, because some may also concern about the distance to MRT. But do know we have to accept the reality that EC nowadays won't be so near MRT, because they are usually located at something that is not yet matured. Because with not yet matured, the government always want to bring in more young couples or upgraders to accept their places at the lower quantum. So sometimes 有一好就没有二好. It's all about give and take. But if you look at these 4 transactions over there, almost all of them are making money. Now, we have some few important points that we know about this Pasir Ris EC. Not only we have this 305,000 square feet for land size, we also have 16 blocks of 11 and 12 stories. That's not too bad for high-rise building, and we have a total of 748 units. Then most importantly, with such a land big size, developer is also providing a basement car park. And this is 1 kilometer to CoastalCabana and Pasir Ris Primary School. The very interesting project that I'm very impressed by changing is Atura. Basically, Atura not only have a very good layout, it also comes with 260 units, 1-for-1 car park lot. And very interesting projects that come with very limited number of units that actually give you a very private condo feeling. So for those who are Pasir Ris residents, you can feel free to skip this area because I know that you know more than me. But for those who are staying at the west or looking to explore to the east, let me share with you more about this location. So we have about 15 minutes walk to the school and MRT, 5 minutes walk to the malls and nature, and lastly 7 minutes walk to hawker center and wet market. The last one which I really want to share with you, very interesting because I got this feedback from one of the tenants who looking to rent a few 8 residents. What I realized is about Paya Lebar airbase. So later I will share with you more in details. So as much as you all are staying there for almost 5 to 10 years, so I feel that it's very important to cover the education from the childcare all the way to tertiary educations. Let's explore more now. We have about 19 childcare centers within 1 kilometer. The nearest one will take you about 4 minutes walk. Overseas Family School is one of the most popular schools in Pasir Ris. In fact, because of that particular school, people are looking to rent nearby and mostly from expat and non-locals. With 5 hectares land size that can fit about 3,005 students, we have about 73 available units for rent within 1 kilometer. So here is the estimated rental range from 1,000 to 7,000 for 1 to 5 bedrooms. So why am I sharing with you this? Because as much as people are looking to buy EC for own stay, who knows, after 5 years MOP, you may look to rent out for passive income. So after 5 years of MOP, who are the tenants will be looking to rent near you? So what I feel is that OFS is one of the important tenants profile that you can look up to, and that is the rental yield that you can cover. The next one will be the special needs school, which I feel is very important to those parents who need kids for this school. For information, this will be finished by 2028. It used to be at the Korea primary site. So right now, with the distance away from it, it will take you about 8 minutes drive away. So apart from all these 3 tertiary institutions, meaning from Temasek Poly, SUTD and SIT, all these drive will take you about 8 minutes to 20 minutes. Don't forget, by 2032, it will allow you to give you more convenience to the university at the west side, and this is because of the Cross Island Line. Pasir Ris EC will take you about 17 minutes walk. Do note we also have a 3 bus stops away from it, so hope this will help you if you are looking to travel to Hougang MRT, Tampines MRT and Pasir Ris MRT. Our closest mall is Downtown East, that takes you 1 minute walking distance, followed by Pasir Ris Mall and White Sands Mall. So 15 minutes walk is not too bad because you can easily access to the mega development that can fit about 150 shops. So this is the entertainment or even the shopping areas that you can look into it if you're staying at Pasir Ris. Okay, so this is one of the important factors that I want to put in because there are people out there looking to upgrade are staying with their parents, like grandfather and grandmother. Even my mom also look at wet market. So I actually explore the distance to wet market, and that actually takes you about 15 minutes walk. Not only that, it also takes you about 12 minutes walk to hawker center. So if you look at the right side of this map, what I really like is that this is actually very close to the nature. Picturing yourself, wake up in the morning, have a stroll with your family. After the whole morning of walking, you can actually have a sit down with your family at the Pasir Ris hawker center that give you 42 stores of different food. So feel free to drop by and have a look and explore it together with the wet market. For those who are not just the east lover but also nature lover, do know that we have this 18-kilometer eastern corridor available right now. In fact, we have this Pasir Ris to be linked to the neighboring town by 2026. With 70 hectare land size, do you know that this Pasir Ris EC takes you only 7 minutes walk away from it? So this is very convenient, especially you like to enjoy nature for health. So the powerful of the 18 kilometers corridor can allow you to do what? Not just hiking but also cycling. It's a very nice healthy lifestyle, not just for own stay with your family but also to promote the family bonding with your family members. Okay, this is very important to you. I actually went out a few 8 residents. There was tenants actually looking to move over Pasir Ris because of what? the noises from Hougang, Kovan, and even Tampines. So even Sengkang also face a very big problem about that. So why I feel this is very important to you? Do you know why or not? Because for those who planning to have kids in future or have kids right now, they are very easily affected by the noise. So with the Paya Lebar Air Base, right, they will fly through above your housing. It will actually make your kids to wake up from the sleep. So that is a problem that the parents are facing right now. So that is why a lot of people shifted to the outside area, which is like Pasir Ris or even Ballot. They are the ones that are actually looking for something quietness. So Pasir Ris, I would say, is one of the very unique selling point. If you are looking for something that is not so noisy, lower density, this is something that you can look forward to. You can feel free to drop by and have a stroll around the nature and listen to the sound if there is any. Our estimated timeline will be on a preview mid-December and booking mid-January. Do note that the 70% and 30% first timer and second timer route will not be available. That means to say your first and second timer will be booking on the same day. Do PM me if you want to know more about your eligibility, financial calculations. E-app is ready for you. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. See you. Bye.